Hello, welcome to Workhorse Hypnosis Inductions. I am Brian David Phillips, and this is the first part in a comprehensive basic hypnosis course. Workhorse inductions are the inductions that we use the most in hypnosis practice, or the inductions that we go back to when we know that we need something that will absolutely work. In this video, I will explain a number of hypnotic induction techniques and then give you examples of myself taking someone, a member of the public, through the process. This is a very demonstrational program. Now, this is the first part of a comprehensive program. Either you have this DVD that you purchase separately because you want to focus on this material, or you purchased it as part of a program and you received the other parts. I may refer to other parts of the program. If you only have this portion, that's okay. You're still getting the basic information. And in this video, it's all about inductions. Solid techniques to guide someone into hypnosis. The Elman hypnosis induction is a classic standard induction that many courses teach. It happens to be one of the first inductions that I mastered, and I still fall back on it. It's a very nice process. The Elman induction was developed by Dave Elman, hence the name, the Elman induction, and it relies on a number of hypnotic phenomena that are very nicely put together. It's a rapid induction, and so it should be performed in 4 minutes or less, although give or take a couple minutes, honestly it doesn't really matter. If you take over 6 minutes, you're really losing a lot of the benefits. So under 4 minutes and under 3 minutes, then you get a lot of the benefits of a rapid induction plus the use of a number of hypnotic phenomena. Now, the Dave Elman induction goes in a sequence, and I'll run through the sequence. What you need to do is watch the examples to see how the sequence runs with an actual session. Many hypnotists will teach you that the sequence order is extremely important. That's not true. You can put things out of order. You don't need to memorize a script. With this video program, there are no scripts. You just listen to the explanation, outline the process, and then put the process in your own words as you run it. But here are the steps of the Elman induction. 1. Eye closure. Ask the person to close their eyes. You do this for a number of reasons, one of which is you're cutting out outside distractions, and 2, you're enhancing their concentration on your voice. They listen to you and pay more attention. Then we do second step, which is the eye catalepsy. That is, you ask the person to imagine their eyes relaxing. Relaxing so much that the eyelids get heavier and heavier. Imagine that your eyelids are so heavy they just won't open. And even if you wanted to, and you don't, that's not why you're here. Even if you wanted to, the eyes would be so heavy that they just won't open. Then you ask the person to test it and make sure the eyes are so heavy they won't open. And watch. You should see them testing. Now, for those people whose eyes pop right open, you need to stop the induction and just go over the process with them so that they understand that yes, you were able to open your eyes. That's amazing, but that's not what I asked you to. I asked you to imagine they were so heavy. You really need to make that connection between the imagination and actual effect. Once you got the eye catalepsy, you move to step 3, which is deepening. Now, you tie this in always with breathing. Every time you breathe out, you go deeper and deeper. But the deepening set for the Elman induction is to ask the person to open and close their eyes and go deeper into trance. You do this for the benefit of what's called fractionation. Fractionation is an effect in hypnosis that when you're hypnotized and you immediately are hypnotized again, you seem to go deeper into the imaginative involvement. The experience feels even more powerful. So the element induction takes that into account by using patterns such as this. In a moment, I'll ask you to open your eyes. When you open your eyes, hang on to this relaxation. I will count from 3 to 1. At the number 1, and not before, but at the number 1, your eyes close and you go into a very deep relaxed state, even deeper each time. And then you ask them to open their eyes. Now I always put my hands up here so that they look at my fingers, and I count 3, 2, 1, and move the hand down, the eyes shut. Now 3, 2, 1 at the same rate. And watch. If the eyes close early, they're anticipating. They're not being a good subject. Stop the process. Talk to them. At 1, the eyes close. And then once more, breathe in. Open your eyes. 3, 2, 1. Down. Same rate. Once again. Open your eyes. 3, 2. And at that third time, hold it. So you're not going 3, 2, 1, you're saying 3, 2, 1. And they go down. Now, why are you doing this, the stage off? Because if they do this, 3, 2, 1, you know they're anticipating. They're not following your instructions, which is what you need them to do. You also know they're not fixated and they're not in trance. They're consciously closing the eyes through anticipation. But if they 3, 2, and they wait looking at the fingers, that gives you a couple things. It gives you an indication that they are in trance, and 2, you can check for trance indicators in the eyes. The eyes are red or bloodshot. That means they're relaxed in the capillaries and the blood is flowing through. You get a redness, you get a wetness, you get a tearing or wetness in the eyes. These are signs of trance, which you're able to check for in the eye open part. And if they hold off, you go 3, 2, 1, fine, you go down. Otherwise, you go back to deepening and other processes. But let's assume that they pass that particular hurdle and you're moving on to step 4, which is the arm test. The arm test in the element induction is very simple. In a moment, I'm going to lift your arm. Don't help me. Let it be loose like a wet rag. And then lift it. Check for heaviness. If they're helping you, you can feel that they're helping you. Lift up the arm because it'll be lighter than it should be. That tells you they're not hypnotized. It needs to be heavy. If they don't do it, you've got to show them how to relax their arm. Hold it up for a moment when it's relaxed and heavy, and then on an exhalation it's best, but you don't have to. You can do it anytime. Some people say, you must do it on the 3rd exhale. That's not true. Just do it whenever, but when you're ready and they're breathing out, let go. Let the arm fall and they go deeper into relaxation. Now please be aware where you drop that arm. If it's a man, you don't want to be whacking anything in the middle of their legs because you want to be hypnotizing someone, and hypnosis through pain is not fun. So be aware of where the arm goes. Don't let them hit the chair. Don't let them hit things. So I usually let it bounce off the thigh. Same thing for women. Be aware of where the hand is going and be aware of where you're putting your hands. So you need to stick to appropriate touch. But that's arm catalepsy test is just for checking for relaxation in the arm. Okay, catalepsy is a hypnotic term for muscles being either so relaxed that they won't move, they're stiff, or they're heavy. And we'll go into other forms of catalepsy as well. The next step of the element induction is to do a deepener. And you can do the deepener through breathing. Just tell them every time you breathe out, you relax more, or do a countdown deepener. But what I tend to do is to then go right into what's called the amnesia deepener, and simply go through patterns such as, well, we've relaxed your body, let's relax your mind. In a moment, I'm going to count backwards from 100. And with each number you say, you relax so deeply that the numbers just relax out of your mind. As if you're erasing a chalkboard, you relax even more until by the time you get to the number 97 or even 98, you relax so deeply that the numbers just go away. And begin counting now. Now you have them count backwards from 100, and each number you say, deeper relax, deeper relax. Now when you get to about 97, they should stop counting. If they don't, just keep up with it until deeper, deeper relaxed. But most people, there'll be a point where they just go and you just say, push it out of your mind. All gone. Don't ask. Don't say, are the numbers gone? Because then they'll get the numbers back. Instead, say, all gone. Now, if you don't get the number amnesia or the disappearing, relaxing numbers, switch to something else. Have them do the letters of the alphabet backwards or some other effect. Some people just won't give up those numbers. But for most people, you'll be fine at this point. Then you can do a countdown deepener for the body and mind relaxing together. Every number I say, double that relaxation. 5, deeper relaxed. 4, so deep. And you can say the numbers on an exhalation. I like to skip a number as I go slower because that will enhance the effect of going deeper into hypnosis. Now that's it. That's as far as you need to go for the element, and you're hypnotized and you start running your suggestions, and then you do an emergence. In a moment I'll count from 1 to 3. At the number 3, your eyes open, you're fully alert, feeling wonderful. 1, 2, 3, eyes open, feeling great. Oh, and they're back. Or whatever you're going to be doing as you run the process. Of course, you're going to watch the rest of the DVD program, and you're going to read many, many books, participate in email lists, watch videos, and experiment to get your legs. But the element induction, it's a great induction, and it's absolutely wonderful. I'd like you to breathe in, breathe out, close your eyes, and relax. Just let go and relax. Just close your eyes and relax your entire body. That's right. I'd like you to concentrate on the muscles around your eyes and just relax your eyes. So relaxed to the point that they just won't open. And when you've relaxed your eyes to the point that they just won't open, even if you wanted to, but you don't, that's not why you're here. When you've relaxed your eyes to the point that they just won't open, test and make sure that they just won't open. The more you try to open them, the tighter they become. Try to open your eyes, they get stuck tighter and tighter. And stop trying now and let a wonderful wave of relaxation go from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Breathe in, breathe out, and relax. In a moment, I'll ask you to open your eyes, and when you do, hang on to that relaxation. When I count from 3 to 1, at the number 1, and only on the number 1, your eyes close and you go into an even deeper relaxation. Breathing in, eyes open. 3, 2, 1. All the way down. Double that relaxation. Breathing in, eyes open. 3, 2, 1. All the way down. That's right. One more time, breathing in, eyes open. 3, 2, 1. And relax. Just let that wonderful relaxation deepen, deepen, deeper relax. That's right. Breathe in and relax. Deeper, deeper down. Now in a moment I'll lift your arm, and when I do, don't help me. Just let yourself go loose, limp, and relax like a wet, heavy rag. When I let go, double that relaxation. Relax. Deeper, deeper. The other arm, don't help. Just relax even more. Relax all the way down. Breathe in and relax all the way down. Now in a moment I'll count from 5 to 1. With each number, allow yourself to relax even more deeply. 5, deeper, relaxed. 4, so deep. 3, deeper still. 2, all and 1. That's right. Deep, deeper, deeper relax. Now we've relaxed the body, let's relax the mind. In a moment I'll ask you to count backwards from 100, and with each number you say, relax your mind to the point that by the time you get to 97 or 96, the numbers are so relaxed they just won't come. They just push them out of your mind. And start counting now. Deeper, relaxed. Even deeper. Just push them out of your mind and relax them away. And relax. All gone. And relax. Deeper, deeper, deeper relax. Let a wonderful feeling wash through you. That's right. Now in a moment I'll count from 1 to 5. At the number 5, you're fully alert, feeling wonderful. 1, 2, coming back to the here and now. 3, 4, stretching. And 5, eyes open, feeling wonderful. How do you feel?
Good. 3.
Now we're going to talk about the Elman-Phillips induction, also called the Phillips variation or Phillips-Elman induction. This is my variation of the Elman induction. It's basically a static, classic Elman induction with a couple key additions. So run through the Elman process as you learned earlier in the set, and then once you get to the arm catalepsy where you lift the arms and they relax more and more, you then use what I call happy balloons. That is, in a moment, I'm going to ask you to imagine that I place strings on your wrists, and with every breath in, imagine those strings are attached to balloons, lifting your arms higher and higher. Now, then you just go ahead and breathing in, breathing out, relaxing, breathing in, the arms lifting, the balloons getting higher and higher. 10 more balloons, 20 more balloons. Now watch the reaction as you run the pattern. If the arms don't move, don't assume that they don't feel something. I usually, I'll just pull the arm up a little and let it hang there in space, and it's more likely to rise there. Sometimes it needs a little help getting in. Other times I just leave it, but I run the pattern as if they're moving. If I find myself getting particularly impatient, I'll switch and move to another effect. But if you get a slight movement as they begin to rise, once you've got it rising, then switch the pattern to an effective and positive emotional affect. That is, you're hooking in an emotional context to it. These are happy balloons, so the higher they go, the better you feel. The better you feel, the higher they go. The higher they go, the better you feel. The better you feel, the higher they go. I'm clicking in both suggestions so they feed upon each other. You will notice that the arms begin rising a little higher. Once I get to here, I'll often say, and these balloons begin lifting so high that the more you try to pull them down, the higher they go. The more you try to pull them down, the higher they go. They go all the way up until your arm is stiff as a steel rod. Your arm is stiff like a steel rod. The more you try to bend it, the tighter it becomes. Now I've locked in positive emotional states to a kinesthetic or physical movement. I've locked in a classic suggestibility effect, which is arm catalepsy, the unbendable arm. And once they're at that point, I'll then say, in a moment, I'll count from 3 to 1. At the number 1, I cut the strings, the balloons fly away, your arms drop, your body relaxes, and you go even deeper to a very, very deep hypnotic state. 3, 2, 1. And down they go. I've just deepened the experience. I've given them something they will remember as a genuine convincer of hypnosis, and I've also shown that they're able to tie in emotional input, which you're going to need for therapeutic use later, or whatever use I'm actually going to be putting the trance state to. I want that emotional connection as well as the physical effects. And it's all wiped in nicely, and then I continue with the standard Elman induction. Usually, when I run my variation of the Elman, I tie in deepeners, the Esdale deepener, the Dial deepener, and some other effects, which you're going to learn later. All right, here we go again. Okay. Breathe in, breathe out, close your eyes and relax. Just relax your eyes, that's all. Just relax your eyes. Relax your eyes to the point that even if you wanted to, and you don't, that's not why you're here, but even if you wanted to, your eyes are so relaxed, so heavy, 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 they just won't work. They just won't open. The muscles around the eyes just relax. So they just won't open. When you're sure they just won't open, test it and make sure they won't open. Try to open your eyes, they get stuck. Tighter, tighter. Try to open your eyes, they get stuck even more. The more you try, the tighter they become, and stop trying. And let that relaxation go from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Breathe in. And relax. Breathing out. Relax. Every breath out, relax. That's right. In a moment, I'll ask you to open your eyes, and when you do, I'd like you to listen carefully. I'll count from 3 to 1. At the number 1, your eyes close and you double that relaxation. Breathing in, eyes open. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Double that relaxation now. Breathing in, eyes open. 3, 2, 1. All the way down. Breathing in, eyes open. 3, 2, 1. All the way down. That's right. Breathe in. And relax. Double that relaxation. In a moment, I'll lift your arm. Don't help me. Just let yourself go heavy, like a wet rag. When I let go, double that relaxation and relax all the way down. The other arm, don't help me. Heavy like a wet rag and relax. Double that relaxation. Imagine I place a string on this wrist. I place a string on this wrist. The strings are attached to balloons. So each breath in, the balloons begin lifting higher and higher. Every breath out, your body relaxes more and more. Breathing in, the balloons begin lifting. 10 more balloons, 20 more balloons, 30 more balloons, lifting higher and higher with every breath, higher and higher. Every breath out, relaxing more and more, sinking heavier into the chair. And these are special balloons. They're happy balloons. The higher they go, the better you feel. The better you feel, the higher they go. The higher they go, the better you feel. 50 more balloons, 100 more balloons, lifting all the way up, up, up. 3,000 balloons, lifting so high, so happy, feeling wonderful. The higher they go, the better you feel. In fact, they lift so tight, like a steel rod. The more you try to bend them, the tighter they become. The more you try to bend them, the tighter they become. In a moment, I'll count from 3 to 1. At the number 1, I cut the strings, the arms fall, and you go into a very, very deep, relaxed state. Deeper than you've ever been before. 3, 2, 1, relax. All the way down, sitting up comfortably, but relaxing even more. 5, deeper, relaxed. 4, deeper, relaxed. 3, so deep. 1, all the way down. Now we've relaxed your body, let's relax your mind. In a moment I'll ask you to count backwards from 100. With each number you say, your mind relaxes even more, deeply relaxed, till by the time you get to 97 or 98, you relax so much the numbers just disappear. They just push them out of your mind and begin counting now. Deeper relaxed. That's right, even deeper now. And push them out of your mind. All gone. Just relax. All gone? And relax. That's right. Breathe in. Breathe out and relax. Deeper. Deeper. Deeper relax. That's right. In a moment, I'll count from 1 to 5. At the number 5, your eyes open, fully alert, feeling wonderful, knowing that each time you go into trance, it's even deeper, even more wonderful, even more experiential. 1, 2, back to the here and now. 3, 4, stretching, and 5. Eyes open, feeling wonderful. How do you feel? Okay. An eye fixation induction is a classic hypnosis induction. It was first developed from an accidental discovery by James Braid in the 19th century. Basically, hold up an object or have the client look at something which you'll use as a fixation object. It could be a spot on the wall or the ceiling, a shiny coin, the pocket watch, a pendulum. It doesn't actually matter what you have them looking at, as long as they continue to stare at that object. When I use an eye fixation induction, I usually have the trance partner looking upward, not so high that their eyes are turned up so that it's painful, but just high enough so that they're looking at a spot on the wall or ceiling where they have to look up comfortably, but their eyes are still under a stress position. In this position, the eyes will begin to tire more quickly and more readily. While they're looking at that spot, deliver suggestions or patter along the lines of breathing in and breathing out, relaxing more and more. I like to say relax on the breath out. Then give suggestions of, as you continue to look, you notice your eyes are beginning to get heavier and heavier, more and more tired. but you keep looking at that spot as your eyes begin to blink more and more. First quickly, but notice your eyes get heavier and heavier, so that as you continue to blink, they get so heavy you just want to close them down, but you don't. Keep looking at that spot. Find your eyes getting so tired. And then watch. And as they continue blinking, you'll notice the whitening or the reddening of the eyes. You'll notice the tiring, the heaviness, the lack of focus. And then you can continue suggesting either to run it into a instant process or simply say something along the lines of, in a moment, I will count backwards from 5 to 1, or 10 to 1, or 15 to 1, however relaxed the person appears to be. And with each number I say, your eyes get so heavy, till by the time or before I reach the number 1, your eyes are so heavy they just shut right down. 5, deeper, deeper, relaxed. And then do your countdown to 2 and 1. Eyes closed and relax. Just stop looking at that spot and just let yourself go into a deep level of relaxation. Now, an eye fixation induction like this is a nice way to get started in trance, but you're probably going to want to switch into a deepener and interactive processes as well. But that's it, actually. Very simple to learn, nice, easy process, but incredibly worthwhile as you practice it for yourself. This is a pocket watch. You've seen that before. And I'm just going to hold it up just like this so you can sit up, and don't tilt your head up, but I'd like you to look at the watch. Okay? And as you look at the watch, I'd like you to notice the colors. And just pick a spot somewhere on that watch. And just pick that spot and keep looking at it. And that's right. And just keep looking at it. And breathe in. Breathe out and relax. And just keep looking at that spot. And every breath out, let yourself relax more and more. And notice the colors and reflections and lights at that spot. And just keep looking at that spot. And notice your eyes beginning to get heavier and heavier. As you keep looking at that spot, just keep looking at it, but your eyes get heavier and heavier. And you can allow your eyes to begin to blink. But make sure you keep looking at that spot. And your eyes begin to water. Perhaps they begin to tear a little bit because they're just so tired looking at that spot. Your eyes just want to close down, but they don't. They just keep looking at that spot. And they begin to blink. And notice that every blink gets slower and harder to open your eyes again. But you keep looking at that spot, but the eyes getting so tired and so restless. As you keep looking at that spot, the eyes begin to blink heavier and heavier. And notice with each blink, it's just so hard to open them again. So hard to keep them open, but you keep looking at that spot until your eyes just keep blinking and so tearing and so heavy and so tired until they just want to shut down. They just want to close, but you keep looking at that spot. In a moment I'll count, and with each number I say, I'd like you to imagine your eyes getting heavier and heavier and heavier, but you keep looking at that spot. 10, heavier and heavier and heavier. 9, so heavy They just want to shut. 8. So heavy. So heavy. 7. 6. So heavy. 5. I don't know when and I don't know how, but eventually your eyes get so heavy they just won't open. They just shut and they stay shut. 5. 4. So heavy. So heavy. So tired. 3. 2. 1. Close your eyes down and let that wonderful wave of relaxation go from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. And just let yourself close your eyes down. Relax. Just relax. That's right. And relax. Your eyes can relax. Your body can relax. And you can just let go. And relax. Deeper. Deeper. Deeply relax. And relax. That's right. Just relax. The muscle tension relaxation induction is a hypnotic induction that works on the process that we tense our muscles and relax them. And if we go through a progressive system of doing this, the entire body, followed by the mind, relaxes nicely. Now, when I do this induction, I'll start with the lower limbs and work up. Some people start with the eyes and work down. I like to start below and come up. Basically, the induction pattern is very simple. Something along the lines of, and relax. I'd like you to tense up all the muscles in your feet. Just tense them up tighter, tighter, and relax. And let your feet just relax. Now tense up all the muscles in your calves, the muscles at the lower bottom of the leg, and relax. Tense up all the muscles in the upper part of the legs, the thighs, just tense them up and relax. And find that as you continue doing this process, you relax more and more. Go to the butt, the groin. In appropriate circumstances, some people you won't mention the butt and the groin. Most people you're going to. Okay, and then the lower muscles of the trunk, that would be the stomach muscles and the muscles of the lower back, the chest and the upper back, the shoulders, and relax. And then go to the arms, the upper arms, the lower arms, the fingers, and relax those. And then we start going up to the neck. Relax, and go to the scalp, relax, face, relax, and the eyes, relax, and of course the jaw. The jaw is very nice to do this with because once they relax the jaw, you should notice or give pattern to the effect that the jaw relaxes so much it just lowers on its own. Now, I have found that in some cultures, people are uncomfortable with their jaw hanging open, so you want to be aware of that. Most people, it's okay, and it is a sign of relaxation. Run through that process, do the whole body, then do general deepening, counting and breathing for relaxation. Very simple, very straightforward. For self-hypnosis, this is often called autogenic muscle tension relaxation, and it's very nice for that sort of a process. Okay, All right, sit up straight. I'd like you to sit comfortably and close your eyes. Now what I'd like you to do is just tense up, sit with your legs so that they're comfortable, okay? Don't put your leg on top of the other. Uncross them. That's just so that when they get heavy and relaxed, you don't fall asleep, okay? All right, with your eyes closed, I'd like you to tense all the muscles. Just tighten up everything in your feet. Tense your toes. Tense them really tight, really tight, really tight, and release. Release, and let it relax. Now tense up all the muscles in your calves, in your lower legs. Tight. Tense it now, tight. Tense the muscles, tighter, tighter, and relax. Just release. Release. Now tense all the muscles in your thighs. Tight. Tighten your thighs, your upper legs, tighter, 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 and relax, release. Tense all the muscles in your groin and your butt. Just tighten up your butt really tight, 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 and relax. Now tense the muscles in your stomach and your lower back. Tense them, tighter, 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 and relax. Let go, just let it go loose. Tense the muscles in your chest and your upper back. Tense, tight, 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 and relax. Just let it go loose. Now tense the muscles in your shoulders. Tighten them. Tight, 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 and relax. And relax. Just let it go. Tense the muscles in your upper arms. Tight, tight, tight. Really feel it tighter, tighter, tighter. Tighter, tight, 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 and relax. Tense the muscles in your lower arms. Tighten it, tighten it, tight, 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 and relax. And the muscles in your hands and fingers, your wrists, hands, and fingers. Tight, 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 and relax. Just relax, 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 relax. Tense the muscles in your neck. Tighten it up, tight, 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 and relax. And the muscles in the back of the scalp, back here, just tighten it, tight, tight. And the muscles in your scalp, tight, 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 and relax. Really feel it. Now tighten all the muscles in your face. Tighten your face, tight, 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 and relax. And the muscles in your jaw, tighten the muscles in your jaw. Really tighten it. Tight, 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 and relax. Relax. Let all the muscles in your body just relax. Breathe in. Breathe out and relax. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, eyes open, feeling wonderful. Progressive relaxation is one of the classic hypnosis inductions. It's also one of the most common processes to guide someone into trance. Now, the induction itself doesn't guarantee that they're in somnambulism or deep trance or deep hypnosis, but it is a nice relaxation process, and you can convert it other ways, use deepeners and condenser effects to get your imaginative involvement. Similar to muscle tension, you go through the major muscle groups, but instead of actually actively tensing them, you focus on just relaxing them and letting go. It's very wise to key these suggestions in with pattern to relaxation and breathing. So something along the lines of breathing in and out, relax. And imagine all the muscles in your eyes just relax, heavier and heavier. And all the muscles in your face relaxing more and more. And just allow that feeling of relaxation to go down your face to your neck. And all those muscles relax. And you can sit comfortably and still relax as your shoulders just let go and relax. Your arms just letting go and relaxing. Your fingers, just let them go loose, limp and heavy, so relaxed. As your chest relaxes and all those muscles just let go. The muscles in your lower back and your stomach, they can and on. Follow all the muscle groups just like the other process, except going with suggestions of relaxation. Now, if you really want to get nice with this, you can have them imagine a wonderful, soothing massage. Just letting it go. Some people are uncomfortable with being touched like that, even in their imagination. So just saying, relax, in a nice, soothing voice is usually fine. And you can run that process either quickly, I've done it in 3 minutes for the whole body, or traditionally 35 to 40 minutes for progressive relaxation induction. However you want to run it and the context of your particular session. Now notice I just started at the top and went down. You can also start at the bottom and go up. For muscle tension, I tend to start at the bottom and work up, but for progressive relaxation, I will often start at the head, the eyes rather, and then work the face, the head, and down. Just that way I can tie it into breathing, and every breath out, they go down, down, deeper down. But you don't have to do it that way. In fact, I've done it both directions and other ways. I've just said, okay, breathe in, breathe out. Now relax your entire body and relax it more. That's right. Honestly, the process is very straightforward. You can buy books that have scripts for it, but once you've got the outline, it's just a matter of using your own voice, your own vocabulary, and your own tone and timbre to really create a nice relaxing experience. All right, just sit up comfortably. Okay. Close your eyes. I'd like you to breathe and relax. Breathe in deep and relax. Just let yourself relax. That's right. I'd like you to imagine all the muscles in your feet. Relax. Just imagine your feet relaxing. As you breathe in relaxation and let all the muscles in your feet relax. And as you breathe out, you just relax even more. Now imagine all the muscles in your calves or lower legs. And imagine them relaxing. Just relax. And as you breathe and relax, imagine the muscles in your legs relaxing. And as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, the muscles in your thighs relax. As you breathe in and breathe out, the muscles in your groin and your butt, just relax those too. Perhaps you can feel your legs getting heavy in the chair now. Imagine as you breathe and as you breathe out, all the muscles in your lower stomach and lower back relax. The muscles in your waist relax. And imagine the muscles in your chest and in your upper back relax. And imagine the muscles in your shoulders. Imagine them relaxing now. All the muscles in your upper arms relax. The muscles in your lower arms, relax. The muscles in your hands and fingers, relax. The muscles in your shoulders, relax. The muscles in your neck, relax. The muscles in the back of your scalp, in the back of your head, just let those muscles relax too. The muscles in your scalp or at the top of your head, feel all that skin just relax. Imagine the muscles in your face now, just relax. The muscles in your cheeks, in your jaw, just relax. And imagine the muscles in your eyes, just relax. So your whole body just relaxes. Deep, deeper, deeply relax. That's right. Breathe in and out. Relax. In a moment, I'll count from 5 to 1. And with each number I say, just allow yourself to relax more and more. 5, relax. 4, deeper relax. 3, so deep. 2, all the way down. And 1, that's right. Just relax. In a moment, I'll count from 1 to 3. At the number 3, your eyes open and feeling wonderful. 1, 2, 3, eyes open, feeling wonderful. One of the absolutely easiest ways to hypnotize someone is through a post-hypnotic suggestion. That is, once you've hypnotized them once, during hypnosis, you give them a trigger. You simply say, the next time I hypnotize you, you'll go even deeper. Or a specific trigger, rather than a generalized statement. And a specific one might be, when you sit in the hypnosis chair, and when I touch my nose with the intention of hypnotizing you, your eyes shut down, and you go into a very deep hypnotic state. And then bring them up, test it, boom, emerge them, test it, boom, each time getting more and more powerful and more easy. Of course, give them a self-hypnosis trigger, and that'll be easy for them as well. But this is really simple, and honestly, between you and me and the world, you don't even have to have a trigger. If someone's been hypnotized once, they can be hypnotized again very simply and very easily. However, ritualizing it with a post-hypnotic suggestion trigger really makes things easier. So play with it. Now, when you give a trigger, make sure that if it's a set trigger, a word, expression, music, or whatever, that you use something that's not so common, so they don't randomly hear it very often. Also, make sure that you lock it into a context, and that context is only when you wish to go into hypnosis, and only when I say the word, or you say it to yourself, or appropriate persons within an appropriate context. And then you'll be much better at that particular suggestion effect. But post-hypnotic triggers are the way to go. Once you've played around and you've practiced these inductions, make sure that you set reinduction triggers and your life will be so much easier. Now, don't assume that they're going right into deep trance right off. Make sure you deepen the experience each and every time, and you continue running processes to make yourself more effective and to enhance the trance experience for your trance partners. Give me your hand. Place it here. Look here. Press. Sleep. Breathe in. You can sit up comfortably and go even more deeply relaxed. That's right. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. Now in a moment I'll ask you to open your eyes, and when you do, I'd like you to remember this. When I touch my nose with the intention of hypnotizing you, and when you are ready to go into hypnosis, when I touch my nose, your eyes close, your body relaxes completely, and you go into a very, very deep trance. Is that okay with you? And that's right. 1, 2, 3, eyes open, feeling wonderful. How you feel? You feel good? All right, let's just see. And 1, 2, 3, eyes open. How you feel? Each time going deeper. 1, 2, 3, eyes open. And this time when I ask you to open your eyes, my touching my nose has nothing to do with you going into trance. You will not be hypnotized when I touch my nose. You will only be hypnotized with those triggers you wish to use or other hypnotic inductions. But my touching my nose is just some guy touching his nose. 1, 2, 3, eyes open. Okay, let's see how that goes. And my nose touch is not a trigger anymore. Just let it go. Just let it go. 1, 2, 3, eyes open, fully alert. Feeling wonderful. All right, let's. Okay. You're okay now? You sure? Because I got 2 of them. All right. Okay. Okay, the energy hypnosis induction. This is a bonus induction. It's not really what I call a workhorse induction in and of itself, but it's based on a workhorse induction, which is the expectancy induction, where we heighten the expectation and imagination of the trance partner so that they go right into trance. Now, in this particular one, I use a concept which is very familiar for some people, and that is of some sort of energy, and that energy is the force or chi or magnetic energy or whatever. It is a placebo. Doesn't really exist, at least not insofar as the way I present it here. But the setup alone is enough to excite the imagination and create an expectation that it'll happen. And you'll notice it works exactly the way I do it. The energy induction is basically, I tell the trance partner that in a moment I'm going to use an energetic system to hypnotize you. I will energize my hands. Now, I rub my hands together really fast to make them warm. Okay, and I've done this for years, so sometimes my hands actually get hot because I rub really fast and hard. And then when they hold my hands, I tell them the energy is passing through. They feel the warmth, and that kicks in as energy, and they actually feel physical energy going through their body like a soft, pleasant electrical current. And it washes through their body in a circle, which they then experience as euphoric feeling, and they pop into trance. And that's all there is to it. Doesn't have to have any real psychic energy involved, but a person may experience it that way. I've used other metaphors for the energy rather than psychic or chi or force, but it's kind of fun to play with it, particularly if you have someone you want to really mess with in that regard, or someone whose values and beliefs would be sympathetic to that sort of an induction as opposed to another type of induction. But that's an expectancy induction. It's very simple, very straightforward, and a lot of fun. But when you use an induction like this, you have to have confidence, you have to know it's going to work, and you have to project that confidence to your trance partner. If they in any way suspect that you're just screwing around or that you don't believe in something, it's not going to work. So make sure you do it right and have fun. Okay, all right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a little bit with the energy. Now I'm going to energize my hands. Then I'm going to ask you to hold my hands. And what I want you to do is notice the change in the energy as I send the energy from my hands through yours. It's going to travel through your body in a circle. And when it gets to your mind, your entire body shuts down and relaxes. Okay? Now you'll feel that as a kind of wave of euphoria. You're familiar with, okay? First I energize with some energy. Now I'm increasing the energy in my hands, and you'll feel it. You'll feel it. And I'm going to ask you to hold my hands and hold them tight and feel the energy coming in. And feel the energy going through your arms and cycling through your chest, down your body, up to the back of the head. And when it starts coming down, sleep. Breathe in, breathe out, and relax. Breathe in. And feel that energy beginning to cycle again. It goes down the front, up the back, over the skull, and down the front. Every time it cycles through, feel it stronger and more wonderful, like an energy wave washing through you. And notice this energy can go to all the places in your body and your mind with a wonderful healing energy. That's right. Feel that energy getting stronger. And notice something wonderful now. And that is, you can begin to feel this area, that third eye, just slightly opens. And feel a wonderful thing. As you breathe in, that energy gets stronger as energy from the universe of unconditional love washes through you. And it joins that energy going down the front and up the back. Down the front and up the back. And that healing, unconditional loving energy washes through you in all those places that need healing or love or freedom. And feel that energy now expanding as it begins to get wider and deeper. And it begins to corkscrew. It begins to channel around and around like a spiral. As it goes down the front, it begins to spiral down and up the back, spiraling around and around and over the skull, down the face. And notice how you can just feel your muscles let go, and you feel any grief or pain or guilt just let go, and that energy begins to feel wonderful. And as it connects you to the universe, and you feel a wonderful sensation washing through you as that energy grows and grows. How does that feel? Does that feel wonderful? How does that feel? Good. Okay. Eyes closed just for a moment. Let me count you back as the energy settles down and it rests in a place in your heart just for you, continually spiraling, giving you energy. In a moment I'll count from 1 to 3. At the number 3, your eyes open, fully alert, feeling wonderful. Your head is clear, you have lots of energy, and for the rest of the day you can feel yourself feeling wonderful. 1, 2, 3, eyes open, feeling wonderful. How's that feel? Good. Did you feel the energy coming through? Okay. Which direction did it come?
So,
Oh, okay.
up and down.
Okay. Another form of expectancy induction is the mesmeric magnets. Now, mesmerism is the direct father of hypnosis. Franz Anton Mesmer witnessed a street preacher, Father Hell, great name for a priest, who was using magnets to hypnotize people. And they believed that these magnets had energy that would take the life force, line it up, and cause a trance. Eventually, Mesmer discovered he didn't need the magnets, so he was using what he thought was animal magnetism. And just for fun, I'm including an expectancy induction where I use that particular metaphor in this DVD set. Some people still practice magnetic energy inductions, and so for some people it's very, very powerful. Other people, they just look at you like you're some sort of crazy guy. So go ahead and play with it. Have some fun. Alright, you see this? Okay, it's got a magnet on the back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just take this magnet and I'm going to pass it over you and towards you. Now, as it gets closer to you, notice how you can feel it closer, like an energy. And as it's further away, it's not as strong. You feel that? Stronger and stronger, and not so much. Now, as I begin to pass that around you, notice how you can feel a difference, a change in your body. It's kind of like a relaxation, but there's a tingling sensation too. You feel that? Yeah. Okay. Now notice what happens as it gets closer to you. It gets stronger and stronger. And as I pass my arms down, you can feel yourself beginning to relax. As I pass down, you begin to relax more and more. Feel the magnet just like an energy, and it kind of relaxes as the top of the head begins to relax and the lower body begins to relax. Stronger and stronger. Now what you're going to start feeling is a heaviness. You can sit back comfortably and allow that heaviness to begin to come. Now your eyes might begin to become heavy, or your body gets heavier first. I'm not sure which. Sometimes the body just becomes loose and limp, and sometimes it's the mind that begins to kind of float, like a wavy, floaty, tingling feeling. And as you feel that magnet beginning to pass closer and stronger, notice how your eyes begin to get heavier and begin to blink more and more, rapidly and then slowly. And each time they start to get heavier and heavier until they just won't open. Just imagine that tingling. You feel that energy? Just allow that to get stronger now. Breathe in and you feel it even stronger. There it comes. And notice your eyes beginning to get heavier and heavier and heavier. And notice the eyes begin to go. They begin to close and get heavier and heavier, and they just lock down. And you might begin to feel that energy even stronger now. That's right. And you might feel that wonderful feeling passing through your entire body now, as that feeling gets even stronger and stronger. And let that feeling grow even stronger, even stronger. And you just sleep, let go, and relax. That's right. Relax deeper, deeper, deeper. In a moment, I'll count from 1 to 3. At the number 3, eyes open, feeling wonderful. 1, 2, 3. How's that feel?
Good.
The repeat eye closure induction is based on the work of John Kappas. Basically, the induction is very straightforward, very simple. Ask the person to open their eyes, say a number, and as they say the number, breathe out, close their eyes, and relax. Eyes open, next number, close their eyes and relax. Okay, and they just keep counting until eventually they get so fatigued and so loopy that they go into a nice, beautiful hypnotic state. Some people will start with 1 and they just keep counting up until they're done. Others count backwards from 100. Doesn't really matter, but if you're going up, then if you have a particularly analytical person, they can keep going past 100, and some people do that. For me, I don't have the patience for that, and so I normally don't use this induction, but if I did, I'd go backwards, and by the time they got to, I don't know, 80, if they hadn't dropped out by the time they get to 80, I'm impatient. I'm just going to pop them in with an instant or a rapid. But for our purposes, you can see how that can run and how you can use patter to increase the likelihood of going into deep trance before you get bored waiting for the person to drop. Here's what I want you to do. I'm going to ask you to count backwards from 100. But every time you say a number, you open and close your eyes. That's all you have to do. And every time you breathe in, your eyes are open. And then you say the number. As you breathe out, your eyes close. And then breathe in, eyes open. Breathe out, eyes closed as you say the number, counting backwards from 100. And with each number, just go ahead and let yourself relax, okay? All right? Say it out loud. So you're counting out loud backwards from 100.
100.
Deeper, relax. And as you breathe in, your eyes open. And as you breathe out, say the number and close your eyes and relax. Just deep breaths. Every breath in
98.
and every breath out, you let yourself relax more and more.
97.
Each time going deeper on every breath.
86.
And you can just listen to me as you continue to breathe and count, so that every breath, and you relax every time until you just relax more and more. And notice how you can relax and let go and relax. And notice as you continue to count, and every breath out, you say the number and relax. And every breath in, your eyes open. But notice how it just gets heavier and harder to concentrate. And you might even notice you forget the numbers, or forget to remember the numbers as they just float and you continue talking and counting and relaxing. You might even forget a number, but that's okay. Just start at another number. And every time you close your eyes just get heavier and heavier. and harder to open until they just stay shut. And they're just so heavy, so heavy, so heavy. And they just stay closed. And your body relaxes, and your mind relaxes, and you relax. Body, your mind, relax deeper, deeper, relax. That's right. Just relax. In a moment, I'll count from 1 to 3. Into number 3, your eyes open, feeling wonderful. 1, 2, 3, eyes open, feeling wonderful. How's that feel? It's kind of tiring, kind of floaty. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about deepeners. Once you do an induction, whatever type of induction you're doing, you really need to deepen the experience. So there's a number of different ways to do that. Now, we talk about deepening as if a trance goes down, down, down. But actually, depth of trance is an illusion. It's actually the degree of imaginative involvement in the experience. But we use words like deeper, and in fact, if you tie in the word deeper, deeper down, deeper, with an exhalation, psychologically we tend to go deeper into trance, if there was such a thing, because when we breathe out, our shoulders go down, and we naturally tie that into a deepening experience. There's a whole bunch of ways to deepen trance, and in any hypnosis experience, you need to use those deepeners. Even if they're a deep trance subject, a natural somnambulist, you've got to use a deepening approach in order to maintain the hypnotic state. Otherwise, they'll just simply float out and come to full awareness before you're ready for that to happen. So let's go through some deepeners, as well as one way to emerge someone from hypnosis. Breathing deepener. Very simple. Breathe in, breathe out, relax. Every breath out, go even deeper into hypnosis. You just tie in the act of breathing out to relaxation and deepening the hypnotic experience. Use patter or suggestions that reinforce that idea, and then let them breathe, either in silence or with your suggestions. Breathe in, breathe out, and relax. Every breath out, you can relax more and more. Every breath out, relaxing more and more. Breathing in, relax. And relax. Every breath out, deeper, deeper, relax. That's right. And relax. The dial deepener is very interesting. I really enjoy it. Have the person imagine 3 dials. Okay, and each dial has numbers from 1 to 10. And give them the pattern that the first dial is your relaxation dial. So every number you turn or press, you double your relaxation. So as you turn the dial to each number, you double your relaxation. So number 1 is twice as deep as you are right now. Number 2 is twice as relaxed as number 1. Number 3 is twice as relaxed as number 2. Number 9 is twice as relaxed as number 8. And so on to number 10 is twice as relaxed as number 9. So it's an exponential growth. Then have them do the action. I like to have them press their finger or turn a dial with their hand while they're saying it, and let them run the process. They'll need to speak out loud. As they turn and say each number, they should double their relaxation. The second dial, once they've gone through number 1, the second dial is our relaxation dial. So every number we turn it to, you become 5 times deeper, much more deeply relaxed. Now notice I'll say double your relaxation or more relaxed. 5 times deeper or much more deeply relaxed. Because some people don't do the math. They can't do the numbers. So make sure you're aware of that so that you can be speaking to either type of person. Number 1 is 5 times deeper than you are right now after having used the first dial. 2 is 5 times deeper than 1. 3 is 5 times deeper than 2. Number 8 is very much more deeply relaxed, or 5 times deeper than number 7, and so on till 10 is 5 times deeper relaxed or very much more deeply relaxed than number 9. And then I will take my hand and place it on the person's hand, and I will, every number I say, we turn the dial together. So I'll say the numbers 1, and while I do that, I turn the dial as if it were both turning it together, and I'll say very much more deeply relaxed, 5 times deeper. Usually I do the numbers along with the breath out. Don't have to, but that's my policy. Right? Makes it easier to imagine themselves going down. The third relaxation dial is my relaxation dial. So every number I turn, you become 10 times more deeply relaxed or very, very much more deeply relaxed. Okay, and go through the process again. You got the idea. Now what's this doing? It's starting with the trance partner or the client has control of the depth. Then we go together, and then finally it's I have control. Now often, while I'm doing the numbers and the deepening, I will lightly snap my fingers. Make sure they know you'll snap your fingers. Don't go right up to their ear and snap without them being aware of it. You're going to shock them. Don't do that stuff, but allow them to know. And then what I'll often do is I will do snapping here, then I move it. Each number, the location changes. What I'm doing is I'm conditioning them to my voice and my snap so that later I can just say deeper and they automatically use the snap, or deeper and they go down. The trance control is moved from the trance partner to myself. A nice process. It takes a while because you're doing 30 different numbers and different depths, and they really have to focus on it. But it's a lot of fun and it's extremely helpful, particularly if you're after a very relaxing experience. In front of you, imagine there are 3 dials, and each dial is a relaxation dial. The first dial is my relaxation dial. Or, I'm sorry. Imagine the 3 dials in front of you. These are relaxation dials. Each dial relaxes you more and more. The first dial is your relaxation dial. So each number you dial relaxes you more and more, doubles your relaxation. So when you turn the dial to 1, you're twice as relaxed as you are right now. When you turn it to 2, you're twice as relaxed as number 1. 8 is twice as relaxed as number 7. And so on until 10 is twice as relaxed as number 9. So I'd like you to speak out loudly as you turn your dial, and with each dial you turn, double your relaxation, and begin turning it now. Double.
1,
Deeper, relaxed.
2,
Even deeper.
3,
Double that relaxation. Twice as deep relaxed. 'Even deeper. And deeper. And deeper. Each number you dial, double that relaxation. Every number going even deeper. That's right. Find you can speak clearly, but still relax. And relax. And relax. Now the next dial is our relaxation dial. And each number we turn together, you go 5 times or even more deeply relaxed. So that the number 1, when we turn the dial, you go 5 times deeper than you are right now, or even more deeply relaxed. Number 2 is even more deeply relaxed than number 1, and so on. Each number even more deeply relaxed than the previous number. And we will start turning our dial together right now as I speak, and we turn that dial together. 1, even more deeply relaxed. 2, even more deeply relaxed, 5 times deeper. 3, so deep. 4, even more deeply relaxed. 5 times deeper. And notice a wonderful feeling washing through you with each dial we turn. 6. Every dial relaxing you more and more, feeling more and more. 7, wonderful, 5 times deeper. 8, even more wonderful. Really let go and feel that wonderful feeling. And 10, all the way. Now the third dial is my relaxation dial, so every number I turn it to, you go 10 times deeper, feel 10 times more wonderful. In your body, your mind, and your spirit, feeling very wonderful. Even deeper, 10 times or much, much, much more deeply relaxed. With each number I dial, 1, feeling wonderful. 2, even more deeply relaxed. 3, feel that wonderful feeling as you go even more, much, much more deeper. 4, 5, and let that wonderful feeling wash through you. 6, stronger still. 7, 8, 9. Take your time as 10. Feeling wonderful. That's right. You're doing perfect. The Esdale process is a deepener that is often described as a step into another state of hypnosis or an altogether different kind of trance state called the Esdale state, named for James Esdale, the physician who worked in India in the 19th century. Dave Ellman read about Esdale's surgeries with Indians, including amputations and all sorts of things, where he had no anesthetic, no chemical help at all, but through mesmerism was able to perform these wonderful surgeries with a high success rate, much higher than what was happening in Europe at the time. Well, Ellman started thinking about it, decided that he wanted to reconstruct a process that would help guide clients and trance partners into the Esdale state, also called the hypnotic coma. And he developed a process for that, which I will describe to you now as the Esdale deepener. Yes, you can use the Esdale deepener along with other hypnotic inductions, particularly the Ellman induction, since that's how it's usually processed, to reach a state where surgery can happen without anesthetic. Although before you do that, make sure that there is a chemical anesthesiologist on hand, and certainly don't go chopping bits off at home. But the Esdale deepener is also a wonderful deepener. Here's how it works in a nutshell. Very simple process. Induce hypnosis, preferably experiential hypnosis, or what we would call somnambulism, a deep trance or deeply intensified imaginative state. Have the person imagine they're at the top of an escalator or entering an elevator, and the elevator takes them to 3 levels. So once they're deepened and relaxed, you then tell them you're now at the ground floor of relaxation. In a moment, you will press the button on the elevator to go to level A. Level A is twice as deeply relaxed as you are right now. And after level A is level B, which is twice as deeply relaxed or double the relaxation of level A, and level C, which is the very sub-basement of relaxation, as deep as you can go. So in a moment, I'll ask you to press the button and we go to level A. When you are twice as deeply relaxed as you are right now, say A and tell them to say it out loud. Also, when we reach level A, this finger will move. You're setting up an ideomotor response so that they say A and the finger moves. After you reach level A, you then, in a moment, I'm going to ask you to press the elevator button again. You'll go to level B, which is twice as deeply relaxed as you are right now. When you reach level B, this finger will move and you will say B. Usually that takes a little bit longer than level A, and they start to speak a little slower or lower or softer. And finally, after you reach level B, in a moment, we'll press the button again. We'll go to level C, which is the very sub-basement of relaxation, where you become so deeply relaxed, the most deeply relaxed you can be. And at that point, when you reach level C, the very sub-basement of relaxation, this finger will move and you will say C. Now here's where you want to make sure you have that ideomotor signal, that finger signal set up. Because many people, when they reach level C, they're so relaxed that they no longer vocalize. They're just so relaxed they don't even bother speaking. Or they can't speak because of the relaxation effect. So make sure you get there. Now, if you reach what is called the hypnotic coma, which many people say the Esdale will automatically get you there, I don't believe that. I believe the hypnotic coma is the Esdale state, is a suggested state. People reach it not because it's a natural process from this deepener, but because it's suggested through hypnosis. And in my teaching, I believe that any state can be reached through hypnosis because of hypnotic suggestion. However, when you do achieve that state of the hypnotic coma, they tend not to take suggestions other than deepening and relaxation. You should be able to move their body into any position, and it will stay in that position for as long as you wish. That's very helpful for surgery, obviously. You can then have analgesia, anesthetic, pain relief, so that the surgery can go without the anesthetics or drugs. However, in my experience, these are suggested effects. I am not aware of anyone who has spontaneously achieved these results without previous knowledge of the hypnotic coma. And so if you want to do that kind of work, obviously get real training, preferably in-person training from a competent, qualified hypnotist who understands this stuff, and make sure you have practiced and make sure everything is above board. But that's the Esdale deepener. It's very straightforward. It's a wonderful process as a deepener in and of itself. Too many hypnotists assume that it goes into the hypnotic coma automatically, which it does not, and so they ignore it as a deepener when it works so wonderfully for that use. I'd like you to imagine now that you're in front of an elevator. And right now you're at the ground floor of relaxation. This elevator goes to 3 different levels. Level A is twice as deep as you are right now. Level B is twice as deep as level A. And level C is the very sub-basement of relaxation. Deeper than you can ever go. Just so very deep. The very bottom of relaxation. And so I'd like you to imagine that you get inside the elevator. And I'd like you to imagine that you can press the button now to go to A. And when you reach level A, you will say A, twice as deep as you are right now, and this finger will move. And push the button now. And you're going down, down, deeper down. When you reach level A, this finger will move, and you will be twice as deeply relaxed. And you will say A. Deeper and feeling wonderful. Now, we're going to go to the level B, which is twice as deep as you are right now, twice as deep as level A. And when you reach level B, this finger will move and you will say B. So let's push the button now. And going down, down, deeper down. Deeper, deeper, deeper down. And at level B, notice how wonderful that feels. Now in a moment we'll go down to level C, which is a very sub-basement relaxation. A very sub-basement. When you reach level C, this finger will move and you will say C. So let's push the button. Going down, down, deeper down. And see. Wonderful. Now notice in this particular place, this wonderful feeling, how you can continue to relax and feel wonderful in your mind and in your spirit. And your body can be placed in any position at all and locked in place. Locked in place. And it can just hang there for hours without feeling it. That's right. And it can be moved, unlocked, and relaxed. And you can just relax, feeling wonderful. Notice as you breathe in, let that wonderful feeling continue. And that's right. You're feeling wonderful. Fractionation. Fractionation is basically just like in the element induction, there's eyes open, eyes closed, eyes open, eye closed. Fractionation is an effect in hypnosis that when someone has been hypnotized once, the next time they are hypnotized, they respond more quickly and more deeply into the experience. So, how do we use that in hypnosis without waiting between sessions? You emerge. You hypnotize, count them up, eyes open, close their eyes, up and down, each time making sure you suggest that they go deeper and deeper. And that's it. That's fractionation, and it works beautifully for many people. Although some people, some small percentage of people do report that the eyes open and eye closure annoys them. So if you encounter persons like that, you may want to skip a quick fractionation, but rather do a stealth fractionation of heightening the experience and deepening, heightening, deepening, or emerge them, talk for a bit, and then hypnotize them again so they don't notice the fractionation effect as an annoying up and down, but rather as a natural part of the process. One, two, three, eyes open. Feeling wonderfully refreshed. How you feel? Kind of floating? Okay. Sleep. Breathe in. Breathe out deeper. Deeper, deeper. One, two, three, eyes open. Sleep. Even deeper, even deeper. Every time you close your eyes, you go even deeper. One, two, three, eyes open. Sleep all the way down, all the way down. One, two, three, eyes open. And sleep even deeper, even deeper. That's right. One, two, three, eyes open, feeling wonderful. How you feel? The number counting deepener is very straightforward. Basically what you do is you tell the client or trance partner, in a moment I'm going to count backwards or forwards, whichever you prefer. I tend to count backwards, but you can go forward. And with each number I say, you become more deeply relaxed and go even deeper into hypnosis. 5, deeper, relax. Now what I like to do is time my counting to an exhalation. So as they're breathing out, they get the number and they feel their shoulders going down, and that heightens the experience of deepening. You don't have to do that, honestly. And some people say you must, but you don't. What you might do is, as you count, get slower. So at first you're counting on each deep breath out, and then skip a breath for the next number, and then skip a couple breaths, or skip a couple numbers, so that their mind just gets confused a little more. That's a nice way to heighten the experience. But you don't have to do all that. It's just a nice little side technique. number counting. Deepen through counting on numbers. Each number I say, relaxing more and more. 5, double that relaxation. 4, even deeper. 3, so deep. 1, relax. That's right. Sometimes you're hypnotizing a person in a very loud environment. I've hypnotized people on busy streets, at rock concerts, in restaurants with a lot of noise and conversation and music going on. And in those situations, you really want to make sure that your trance partner or client focus on your words and that they don't get distracted by all the sounds around them. So in those situations, make sure you use what is called the sounds around you pattern. It's a deepening technique where the extraneous sounds become like white noise that filters out all the distractions and help the person concentrate. That way you're less likely to lose them to distraction. And as you go deeper into hypnosis, you can find that it's very easy to listen to my voice, to focus, to concentrate. And all the sounds around you can help you concentrate and go more deeply into hypnosis now. Very straightforward, very simple. You probably will find that it's useful for any hypnosis session, but particularly useful whenever you might have distractions in the environment around you. It is a myth that you need absolute silence to enter hypnosis. It's not true. All you need is focused attention, imaginative involvement, and the expectation of entering trance with a critical factor bypass. You got all that, you're going to get hypnosis. However, sounds around you type pattern will certainly help deal with distractions. All the sounds around you, all the sounds around you can help you relax even more, allowing you to focus on my voice and drift even further into relaxation as all the sounds around you allow you to relax even more deeply. That's right. Deeper, deeper, deeply relaxed. The staircase deepener is a very common deepening effect. Basically, it's based on visualization and guided imagery type imagination involvement. Tell the trance partner or client that imagine yourself at the top of the staircase. And with each step that you go down, you find yourself relaxing more and more deeply into hypnosis. Now, when I run the process, I usually tie it into the idea of going down the stairs into a beautiful garden of relaxation. I make it a guided imagery. With each step the person goes down, I enhance the sensory awareness. At the top step, notice the colors of the plants growing all around. And the next step, more deeper, deeply relaxed, as perhaps you notice the warmth of the sun or the soft, cool breeze upon your skin. And the next step, even deeper, as the colors of the flower vases and the flowers themselves, the rich, beautiful colors, strike you as very relaxing. And the next step, perhaps you can hear the sound of the birds or the gentle rustle of the breeze through the leaves of the trees, etc., until I get down to the last step and they step out into their garden. It's a nice way to enhance the experience. Many people don't. They just say, first step, relax. Second step, relax. Third step, relax some more. And that's honestly, that's all you need to do, but it's nice to enhance through a visual and guided imagery, an imaginative experience, etc. Imagine now you're standing at the top of stairs, and those stairs lead down into a garden of relaxation. And each step you take down that staircase relaxes you more and more. Your body's relaxed, your mind is relaxed, and let's go into a beautiful garden of relaxation. At the top step, stepping down, notice the colors of the flowers and the green grass and the very varied colors of the trees and the sky. The next step, deeper relaxed. Perhaps you can feel the warmth of the sun. The next step, the cool breeze upon your body. The next step, the smell of the flowers, the sound of the leaves, the whistling of the wind through the tree leaves. The next step, the sound of the birds overhead, the sound of the water in the garden. The next step, almost there. At the next step, you step into the garden of relaxation, feeling wonderful. And there you are, in your own special garden, relaxing more and more. Down the staircase of relaxation and into the garden, feeling wonderful. Okay, you've hypnotized someone, you've done great, you've deepened the experience, and you've given them a couple suggestions for their benefit. Now what do? Now we know that people can't really get stuck into hypnosis no matter what Hollywood and bad news reporters say. It's just not possible. However, you still want to emerge them from the experience at a time that's appropriate for the session instead of waiting and waiting until they spontaneously come out of it, which they will. So, emerging. First, you signpost that you're going to finish the session. Second, you tell them what to expect. And 3, run whatever you've told them for the emergence. It's now time to come back to the here and the now. In a moment, I will count from 1 to 3. And at the number 3, your eyes open, you're fully alert, fully refreshed, your head is clear, and you feel wonderful. 1, coming back to the here and the now. 2, stretching. And 3, eyes open, feeling wonderful. How do you feel? And then they say wonderful. Now here's the tricky thing. Remember, even though you've emerged them and even though their head is clear and they're all great, they're still in hypnosis. You still got 30 seconds to a minute. You can be firing in suggestions. And anything and everything you say at that point is a suggestion. So when you emerge them, don't go doing things like this. 1, 2, 3, eyes open, feeling great. So I really hope that worked. Because now you're getting the chance suggestion of failure. So don't do that. Reinforce the session work when you've got their eyes open. Now in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5, and at the number 5, your eyes open, you're fully alert, your head is clear, feeling wonderful. 1, 2, back to the here and now. 3, 4, stretching, and 5, eyes open, feeling wonderful. How's that? That feel good? Certain forms of hypnosis require an abreaction, which is a very intense experience, often a revivification of a past traumatic event. If we're doing regression therapy or hypnoanalysis, we want that because we're going to work with it. However, if you're watching this series and you don't have any previous hypnosis experience, or you're not trained in hypnoanalysis, regression to cause, or abreactive therapy, then don't play with abreactions. Sometimes, and it's rare, but it does happen, people will have what are called spontaneous abreactions. Something happens and they have an abnormal experience or an intensified experience in trance because things are opened up and they're more likely to express or their unconscious wishes to have catharsis. If you are untrained in abreactive therapy, here's what you need to do. Stop the abreaction gently and firmly. Now, if you aren't touching the person in hypnosis and they go into an abreaction, do not panic and do not touch them. We don't want to inadvertently set a touch to the abreaction. Rather, and if you are touching them, don't suddenly move away. Just continue doing what you've been doing and don't make any sudden changes in the environment. If you want to stop an abreaction and the person is in hypnosis, just remember these magic words. And the scene fades. Concentrate on your breathing. And then deepen the breathing experience. And the scene fades. Concentrate on your breathing. That's from the Ellman School of Hypnoanalysis, but others use this same pattern. Basically, you're giving the suggestion to let whatever's bothering them just float away. Now, if you're doing recreational therapy or show, entertainment hypnosis, an abreaction comes up, you probably don't want to stop the show or do something else and work with that individual. Or if you're doing other kinds of hypnotherapy and an abreaction shows up that's not appropriate for what your session is about, you can set the abreaction aside and the scene fades. And then later, after hypnosis, you can talk to the client whether or not they want to work on that particular issue. Some people don't want to work on all their issues. Other people do. But you must remain calm, do not panic, and simply say, and the scene fades, concentrate on your breathing. And in most cases, that's all you need to do, and you'll be fine. If in the event they don't stop the abreaction, then repeat it, do a deepener, shift their attention to something else in the space or the room, and then deepen from there. You'll be fine. And the scene fades. Concentrate on your breathing. Breathing in, breathing out, and relaxing. There's some people who just love hypnosis. They go into hypnosis and it feels so wonderful. Oh, I'm just floating. I love it here. And then you tell them, 1, 2, 3, eyes open. And their eyes don't open. They just stay in their chair. Oh, I feel so wonderful. And they don't come out of it. Now, no one can get stuck in hypnosis, and no one is trapped in hypnosis. So if they're not emerging when you give the suggestion, they are doing so for a reason. Sometimes it's because the experience is so wonderful that they want to hang on to it. Sometimes because they want to avoid things outside of the trance. They don't want to go back to their life the way it is or whatever. And sometimes it's just to screw with your mind. However, don't panic, because if you panic, you will send a suggestion that something is wrong. All you need to do is use the emerging again, make sure they hear you, and if they don't respond, there's something called the coma threat. And some people who do stage hypnosis will use this threat, and it's more likely to happen in those situations, but any context it's possible. Personally, I don't like the coma threat, but it is a tool that you have in your toolbox in situations where you're unable to emerge them otherwise. The coma threat works this way. Wow, I see you're really enjoying the experience. It's a nice, deep, relaxing state. In a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 3. At the number 3, your eyes open, you're fully alert, clear-headed, feeling wonderful. Now, if you do not emerge when I count from 1 to 3, I am going to hypnotize you deeper. I am going to hypnotize you so that you can never, ever enter this state again. 1. At 2 and 3, eyes open. Most people will respond immediately because for most people, they're not emerging because they really like the experience. Okay? And so that's the coma threat. Use it sparingly, okay? And never, ever, never, ever follow through with the seal of blocking someone from the use of hypnosis. It's a threat. It's a bluff. Use it in that context. Seals are very inappropriate. In a moment, I will count from 1 to 3. At the number 3, your eyes open. And if they do not, I will hypnotize you so that you could never feel these feelings again. So you must emerge now. 1, 2, 3, eyes open, feeling wonderful. Well, that's it for workhorse inductions. I hope you've enjoyed the sessions, and I hope that you have gotten something valuable out of it. Obviously, this is just a cookie-cutter approach to hypnosis training. I give you the explanations, I show you the examples, but the real work is on you. If you really want to learn this stuff, you need to take notes, you need to outline the processes, and you need to go out and practice with real live humans. But once you've done that, you can always go back to the DVD and review, check processes, and please, please enjoy. Obviously, there's a whole lot more for you to learn, but for now, that's the workhorse inductions, and good day.